Oh, all right. So we're starting. It had a feel of a fight that was gonna be awesome, and it really turned out to be that way. I love the no glove touch. They come out there and they just meet in the middle, immediately looking for the kicks, adding the feints. Aljamain's throwing the hip kicks. I mean, he landed that first kick. The kick is what finished O'Malley, so it makes sense to try and make him think about it, especially when you're a good wrestler like that. You just get him thinking about anything else until that wrestling comes. That was ugly. I don't know what that was. I know he throws it twice. It's like a flying dragon kick. Now, Aljamain, he's doing a wonderful job here. He's keeping O'Malley backing up. He's circling. But now O'Malley is circling hard. Like, he's not getting pinned down. Aljamain is trying like crazy to get his O'Malley's back foot against the cage, and O'Malley's just not letting it happen. O'Malley's, boom, adding the feints, trying to throw the knees, not looking to land, just trying to, everything's up the middle. You're just trying to keep Aljamain from shooting. You know, he knows that shot is dangerous from Aljamain. So everything's coming up the middle. And I'm not crazy about that teep that O'Malley's throwing. He like falls forwards with it. It did its job, but it's not, against a kickboxer, it's a bad kick. Now you see what happened here? O'Malley turned the page. He got his, what was that? Got his footwork going. He's now pushing Aljo against the cage. He's now in those teeps worked. He's coming in. Oh, and he's just adding the feints, just everything he can. Now we're back to Aljo pushing forward. I love that circling by O'Malley. He goes in there. He is not sitting still. That's the problem I always had with my career is I stood still way too much. I did not have the footwork like I should. In practice, I always feel like I do, but then I get in the fight and not so much. Big ugly kick from Aljo again. Cowboy Cerrone taught me years ago. He said, if you're going to kick, kick. Never half kick. Never pull the kick. You're going to throw it, throw it. And Aljo just circled himself back into the cage. Great footwork by O'Malley. He's cutting off every little bit and just changing where the fight takes place. So far, he hasn't landed much, but he's been controlling the distance. He's been controlling where the fight takes place. And Aljo's just been little rabbit shots. He's just been going in there and just doing his little kick low, kick low, kick low. Throw a big leap. Throw a spinning back lunge or whatever that first kick was. See, it's an action. Nothing has actually happened yet other than they're dancing. They're fighting for control of that center of the ring. And you wouldn't think it's entertaining, but it is. I mean, you don't see fights like this very often. I mean, not in MMA and boxing you will, but here they're fighting for control of the center of that ring. Nice little oblique kick by O'Malley there. I have to say I hate O'Malley's hair. I hate it. It drives me nuts. I understand why he does it. People remember he's got the clown hair and the bad beard, but I hate it. Sometimes it's better than others. This pink is not doing it for me. But this dance, controlling the center of the octagon, and O'Malley is really, I would like to see the time chart as to who's getting it longer. It might be O'Malley, which is surprising. But they're always fighting back and forth for it. If you look at Aljo here, he hasn't shot yet either, and I really did. I anticipated a shot early. Deep down, I thought Aljo knew that he was a far better grappler and was going to just shoot in and get it. Coming in 4 minutes into the round, he's having some success with the leg kicks. O'Malley's fainting enough. Maybe that's all it is. He's fainting enough to not need anything more. He's fainting enough to keep Aljo from shooting. And he's just keeping that pressure enough on Aljo, so Aljo's back is against the cage. At this point, O'Malley has controlled this ring for most of it. Neither of them are taking much damage. O'Malley's starting to get a little more comfortable, but Aljo kind of is too. Feinting the kicks, everything's coming up the middle, and that circling, that dancing for the center of the cage. You don't. Oh, and that is so ugly. That's like a leap. That's like a leaping sidekick. Karate combat. That would end you in any karate combat fight. It absolutely would. But this is good. Now Aljo's. Oh, there's fine. That was an ugly shot. The drop to the knees and push forward. It worked. It worked. I like these blows. He's throwing some power behind it. I mean, it's you're not going to knock anyone out doing this, but you're going to steal a round. A round that was close. I mean, those are big shots. They're going to swell you up a little bit. I know O'Malley said after the fight, I walked into a door a few days ago. Yeah, we'll see. Good sprawl. That was a good round. I really did enjoy that round. The footwork between the two of them was very impressive. I mean, they were dancing well for the center of that ring, and nobody fully got it. O'Malley kind of took a little bit more of a precedent. When I'm fighting wrestlers, I want to keep my back foot on the cage because it helps me sprawl. O'Malley wasn't playing that game. O'Malley wanted the center of the ring, and that was good for him. Aljamain, he had a little bit of a problem getting that center and keeping it. I mean, really landing anything from it. O'Malley didn't land anything from it, except he had it, and I think it really upset Aljo. I think it upset the rhythm he got going. All right, round 2. It's close round 1. I give it to Aljo, just the end of it. The clinch with the punches, I give him that. Circling up, Mark Goddard's there. Mark Goddard, he screwed me twice. Yeah, he's probably fine, but I'll always hold a grudge. I don't know what's going on now. All right, fight. No glove touch. Oh, they're both fighting for the center again. That is amazing. I mean, that neither of them took a step back. And good. I mean, it was that sloppy kick that he's been throwing, landed on his butt. But he popped back up quick, defending that takedown. Now this is where Dan Henderson has trained me better than anyone. Good head movement, bouncing. I'd like to see him jabbing as he's circling, maybe something to land, but he's still fighting. There's that big sloppy kick. Oh, the shot! Oh, that was so pretty. Now you look, 3, 4, miss. A lot of these are missing. Miss. That one hit. Oh, that one hit. That one is, yeah, he's back up. Goddard, I don't like the stoppage. He was getting his ass kicked, but I don't like that stoppage. Mark Goddard. I took down Nogueira, and he still stopped the fight. I was giving the thumbs up against Jim Crute. The fights were back to back. And I told him backstage that, hey, what do you want me doing if I get taken down or something happens? We just give a thumbs up and I'll know. So I did that. That fight was beautiful. I mean, I really didn't think O'Malley was going to win that. And he came in and he looked sharp. I mean, his game plan is not what I would have come up with for him. But goodness, did he? I mean, his was better. That you're going to fight a wrestler like that in the center of the ring is something else. Now, I know Aljo has a very good grappling game, but a very low takedown success percentage because he likes playing that clinch game a little more than the actual takedown. Takedowns are exhausting. And so Aljo's in there, and he's the feinted knees, the sloppy up kicks are throwing Aljo off. He doesn't want to dedicate himself to the shot because of them. So good on O'Malley. That really is impressive that he was able to come up with something that keeps Aljo from shooting, from grinding. Then afterwards, I don't know if you heard O'Malley say, yeah, I haven't been able to grapple in 6 weeks because they tore some cartilage in my blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I believe him. Maybe he did. Maybe not. I don't know. His teammates will be hush-hush about it. Maybe he hurt something and say, I just got to be careful. I've done that against Tal Slater. I tore my ankle up. I couldn't walk for 8 weeks before the fight. Still took the fight. It's and lost, but I was buying a house and needed to do it. That O'Malley fight, I don't know how long O'Malley's going to keep this title, but it's amazing how when the UFC wants someone to do well, they do well. It's incredible. Like, O'Malley should not have won that fight. He is not the grappler that Aljo is. And he won, and he made it look easy is the wrong word. It was a good first round. Round two, he was losing until a minute in, and he won. And it was a bad stoppage. It wasn't a terrible stoppage. So I'll give it to him. I'll give O'Malley the benefit of that doubt. I love the title fight. I like it. I'm looking forward to who O'Malley fights next. Who do you guys think next? Cejudo, Chito Vera, or Aljo's teammate? Aljo's teammate wins easy, so I don't think it's him. Chito Vera, I think, is the easiest fight for O'Malley, so I do think that's going to be the one. I think that's going to be the fight to make Chito versus O'Malley. it is, of the three, that is the easiest fight for O'Malley to win. And the UFC wants him to be champion for a while because he has that star power. He has that, people want to come and watch his goofy hair bounce up and down as he's fighting. People love it. He gives good interviews. He's far more intelligent. This is going to sound mean. He's far more intelligent than he looks. I don't mean to say he looks stupid, but he has the face tattoos and the goofy hair and the bad beard and all that. He doesn't look like the guy that knows what's going on in the world and when it's happening. And he does. He's really impressed me every time I hear him talk. He speaks well. He speaks clearly, articulating every point that he has. And I agree with a lot of what he says. He was talking recently. I'm going to do a video on this separately. He was talking recently about management and how he hates management companies and all that stuff. I'm with him. I am with him, and I will support anything he does to change that. Anyways, thanks for watching, fellas. Tell me in the comments who you think he should fight next, who he's gonna fight next, and if you think he's gonna beat him. Hey, you can tell me who, all three of those, whether it be Shito, Aljo's teammate, what's his name? I should have looked it up before, or Cejudo. Cejudo wins. Aljo's teammate probably wins. Shito, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to underestimate O'Malley again, though. He looked great tonight. Thanks for watching, fellas. We'll talk to you soon.